What's up, my Finna love? Sisters Finna D coming to you all from Finna Team News. Episode 4 was very fun, little fun shade here and there. All right, so Teresa and Ramona having a great moment together. She's talking about her man. She's encouraging, Ramona, telling her that she will find love again. She will not be lonely for a long time. Just giving her words of encouragement and also sharing the cards that her man gave her before her trip, 8 cards for 8 days. I already talked about that. So it was nice of Teresa to look past all of Ramona, hot mess and still being there for her and making her know that, listen, we're on an island, but you're not alone, okay? You're not by yourself, even though you keep creating moments where, it will be understandable if you're by yourself, but you are not alone. So that was a nice moment. It was also nice for Teresa to include Kenya and Luann in her conversation, that she's wishing and hoping that they too find love again, because she did not know she was going to find love again as quickly as she did, and basically the way how amazing her man currently is. So that was a cute moment. Once again, exactly what I said in my last review, that Ramona really likes this guy, but she's playing it cool. If you heard what I said, you heard what I said. So I'm not going to bring it into this video. But Teresa basically encouraging her to, talk to him. Let him know how you feel. Or if you don't want to be straightforward and you're old school, so you want him to do the chase, you don't want to be chasing him around, just start a conversation. Ask him, why is he still single? And see where the conversation goes from there. And Ramona was like, my kids are grown. I can live anywhere. So it's not like, I have to live here. But girl, if you're still filming your show, absolutely, you have to commit to somewhere. But basically, she's like, after I'm done filming, I can travel and go anywhere. So basically, I'm open to a relationship with a guy who doesn't live too close to me, because I can pick up and leave anytime. So that was cool. Luann did mention that, she have somebody. They're not in an exclusive committed relationship, She have needs, and he's able to fulfill those whenever, she can or he can. And that's just what it is, but there's no strings attached. He can do whatever he wants to do. She can also do the same, but then they come together and have a great time. She have a little Latin lover. So Luann is all over the place. She's flirting with the butler, the married one, and then she have a Latin lover. Okay, girl, live your life. No judgment here. They're at the table having a conversation. Billy brought up that, the Real Housewives of Atlanta also have talented people, and how Nene was on Broadway and Candy was on Broadway. And Kenya is still out there doing things. So to just completely not even acknowledge that Kenya is also talented in that conversation, I get it. It's no big deal. I'm not going to nitpick. I'm going to bring that up for the people who are like, why did you mention Kenya? Because the conversation was surrounded, I guess, around Broadway and live performances. So she mentioned Nene Leak's name, and Nene comes, and that's how Nene came in the conversation. They brought up, Erica Jane, basically talking about friendships and friendships not working out, and people, betraying each other and all of that. And she talked about Nene and how they used to talk 30 times a day. I mean, girl, I believe you. Y'all had a friendship contract, and basically she wished Nene well, same old, but she's not interested in being her friend. And she was like, if I was able to survive, not being in a friendship with Nene, but surviving not having a friendship with Nene and Kenya, now I don't know, basically now I don't know how that's going to work. But like I said, we shall see. This whole situation with Kenya is only going to go downhill, pun intended, if Cynthia Bailey Hale continues. Because at this point, Kenya been over it. You've heard all of the interviews I've posted, and no, I will not be including clips in here. Go to the RHOA playlist to watch them. She says Cynthia and I are cool. I don't have no problems with Cynthia. So like I said, it will only continue to become a problem if Cynthia Bailey make it a problem. If Cynthia Bailey decides to come back and fall under the Bravo trap that they've been setting up for her all of these years, have beef with Kenya Moore. We want to prove that Kenya Moore can't keep friends when The last time I checked, the people on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, those are her co-workers turned friends. Her real friends in real life, they are all still in her life 30 plus years later. So this whole Kenya Moore can't keep her friend narrative, we already know it's a lie. Teresa did make a great point about, basically if a friendship doesn't work out, it's not 100% because of the show. That just means that the show basically just exposed people and who they really are. Kyle also made a great point about marriages. You can't blame Bravo for the reason why your marriage did not work. Sometimes people just don't have that foundation. So that's the reason why. Now, you're in your little bubble with your man. Everything is all good. He comes on TV, you come on TV, he starts behaving a certain way. You notice certain things. But then think about it, millions of people are also commenting and watching. And next thing you know, you start questioning his behavior. You start listening to the people on the outside and not focusing on what the two of you have built and the firm foundation that the two of you built together before coming on this show. Also, another point that was made was two people can build a firm foundation, and then that foundation can start having cracks in it, and they join the show as a way out. Let me come on the show, make some money, gain my independence back, and then I can just say, you know what, we're not seeing eye to eye, and leave. So Kyle made some great points. Melissa opening up and saying that after seeing she and her husband arguing on TV like that, they made a promise to themselves that they were not going to allow the show, to destroy their marriage. So those were some great conversations. I'm glad that our girl Kenya Moore missed it, okay, because she's already going through a lot, and we already know what happened between Kenya and Marc Daly on camera, and we don't need to keep seeing the flashback. So glad she missed it. Luann talking about, her friendship with Bethany, and Bethany exposing that her ex-husband cheated on camera and not pulling her to the side to say, okay, I found this information. Was she truly your friend, Luann? I guess now she wasn't really your friend, because at the end of the day, people will always choose their pockets over their friendships, their checks over their friendships, and it's sad, but it's true. Okay, we've seen that happen on the Real Housewives of Atlanta with someone, basically saying something that could have ruined someone's entire life, their career, on camera, not caring about how people was going to perceive this person, and we already know what happened on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, this was Melissa Day of fun. Okay, so let's fast forward to that. They go for a drive around the island. All of the girls are complaining before they even get, to the location. I love, Kyle moment with Kenya and just saying how beautiful she is and that she loves her, and basically saying what I've seen on TV is not the Kenya that I've seen here. Let me repeat myself. Everyone have this nice and amazing side. It doesn't mean that if you come for them the wrong way, they are not going to check you. They're not going to step out of character, and they're not going to put you in your place. That's all I've been saying all this time. If you are nice to Kenya, she's nice to you. There's no reason for anyone to just come in a room and just be mean and nasty to people that they don't even know. And that's Ramona, period. Whether she knows you or not, her attitude just stinks. Kenya is not like that. She's vibing with everybody. She's cool until you cross her. That's the difference. And we're going to see in the next episode what happened. You're not going to disrespect me and just expect me to keep my mouth shut and not put you in check. So, Kyle, as long as you approach Kenya with respect and this loving, amazing attitude, you will be fine. If you have an issue with her, you go to her as a friend and talk to her as an adult. She will be cool as well. But if you cross her and start, moving funny, then of course, the other side of Kenya that you don't want to see is going to come out, because she's basically just telling you about yourself. Okay, so basically everyone is complaining. Cynthia, Ramona, everyone, we want to go home. We don't like this activity, Melissa. Not Kenya. Kenya is having a great time. She's speeding, she's laughing, and it was a great time. Ramona just, yes, there she goes being extra. Kenya almost killed us. Anyways, Let's move forward. Luann game was cool, okay? It wasn't about who's the prettiest, who got the best this, that. It was basically people expressing, their feelings about being on this show. Some of the conversation I mentioned earlier that they had at the breakfast table, they had some of those conversations when Kenya Moore was present at Luann's game, okay? Talking about their marriages and their relationships, and Kenya talking about social media, but she only talked about season 1. She learned her lesson in season 1, and since then, she posts and she left. Most of them don't know me personally. Why am I going to sit here and cry and be upset with complete strangers who don't know me? And they're just creating their own narrative. I'm going to post and live. Okay, so she posts and then she leaves social media, and all of the disgusting and angry comments and all of that, I'm not going to see those things. I'm not about to poison my mind with these things and then start believing what everyone is saying. It's not happening because I know who I am as a person, and that's all that matters. So I'm glad that Kenya took that route when it comes to not reading social media comments. And Kyle joking about having a housewife support group. That was funny. The drive is over. They get home. Kenya and Melissa banter. Was cute when she was going to her room to give her, her peaches and all of that. They were just having a great time, okay? But as we see, Melissa and Kenya was joking in that moment. Now, on a boat, when Kenya used that same word, it was, in a different context. It's going to come up again in episode 5. We're going to get there. I also love the comment Melissa made when she was like, people getting glam to put on PJs, but girl, these are high definition cameras. They are not forgiving. You know what I'm saying? They are not forgiving. You come on there like, I just want to be bare-faced, natural, and then they just pick up every little pore, okay? Just every little spot in this and the third. So I don't blame the girls for doing hair and makeup and getting ready because, like I said, the cameras are not too forgiving, okay? And let us not pretend like we are at home and having a normal girls' night, okay? This is still a show. Cameras are everywhere. We are working. Kenya starts crying while getting ready, okay? Kyle went in there, of course, Marc Daly, same old, different day, the whole divorce thing. Kenya did say that this would not be her storyline on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I hope so, because at this point, in as much as people are sad for Kenya, and this is her reality, this is her real life, and people are not being insensitive, they just want her to stop crying. He's hurt you enough, mama. Let it go. However, this is her real life. So this is the reason why I feel a different way about it. Someone who's desperate for the camera and camera time would have welcomed the camera in the room, okay? She was crying by herself off camera. And of course, they hurt her. Even when Kyle went in there, she said, please don't bring the camera. Now, the only part where I would say, okay, unless something else happened and we did not see it and production cut it out, all we saw was Cynthia Bailey walking towards her room. We did not see no conversation. Cynthia did not know that Kenya was crying, and production normally follow them everywhere. So it's not Cynthia's fault that production was there with a camera, okay? Now, when Cynthia got to the door and heard Kenya crying and heard Kenya say, I don't want the cameras here, of course, Cynthia Bailey heard it and the camera left. So the comment that Kenya made that I was crying, I didn't want the camera, and the fact that Cynthia Bailey brought the camera, like I said, unless production is now saying, okay, I think we went overboard with this whole exposing Cynthia. So let's start the editing again, villain. So let's go back to the Cynthia, love, and like Bailey that we know. That's it, unless we missed something, because if not, Kenya, I would say that part wasn't Cynthia's fault because production was working with her. But like I said, we don't know what happened or what was edited. The fact that all of that happened and Cynthia just happened to be walking towards Kenya's room, okay, I listen, something happened with the editing, because the last time I checked, Cynthia Bailey was still throwing little shade here and there when it comes to Kenya Moore. She was still not here for Kenya. I'm not saying their friendship was completely over, but she was still not in the space of, let me go to my friend room and check on her. No, because remember, Kenya was crying about her divorce, and where was Cynthia Bailey? Eating her mashed potatoes or whatever else she was eating. She did not care. So then why would she just randomly care? Let me go to Kenya's room. Oh, so production went to Cynthia allegedly. Kenya is crying. Go check on her. Bring the cameras. I see ya. Because that's what I said. Kyle came in. She didn't know. Kenya didn't say anything. So why would she make that comment about Cynthia Bailey? Something happened with the editing, and there's certain things we don't see. You see, this is when the show messes up. When you just keep it real and show the true, authentic things that happen in that moment, the show is amazing. When you start editing and cutting things out, that's where the show messes up. So it's possible. So Kyle and Cynthia were there for Kenya. You know, I'm wishing Kenya the best. I don't want to dwell too much. Same old, different day about Marc Daly. One moment, publicly, let me embarrass you and put out a statement that I want a divorce. But privately, let me send you these text messages about how much I love you and make you look like a liar because people are not believing that I actually really loved you. Now, this is where I'm just like, dang, Cynthia. In a way, I was like, I just wish Kenya continued to put her foot down, or Marc Daly just came on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and was just boring to the point where they said, you know what, your husband is not really offering us anything. We don't need to film him. And that's just great. But I'm also glad that certain parts of Marc Daly was exposed because people are so quick to blame Kenya more for everything. And had Marc Daly not have his moments on camera, it would have been, she's the reason why A, B, and C did not work. The fact that Cynthia Bailey is Kenya more friend. When the ladies asked her about Kenya, she said she's an acquired taste. That was the response she made about her friend. Then you've been around Kenya and Marc. Yes, of course, every single person on this earth have a good side. But you have also seen his not so good side. You and your husband, Mike Hill, even complained about helping him putting together his charity event, and he walked in and he was so upset. He didn't even acknowledge the both of you. He said hi real quick. He didn't even say thank you. And you even said that on camera. And then your friend, I'm sure, have spent nights and months crying to you about this man. So for you to then come on camera and say, Kenya is a tough cookie. Marc Daly is a great guy. I just feel like they're not great for each other. What? Because the picture she painted is, Kenya is the problem. Marc is a great guy. They're not working out because they're not great for each other. When on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, when Kenya was all cool with her, oh, she has some not so pleasant things to say about Marc Daly. We all saw it on camera. Of course, she and Candy said, we've all seen the good side of Marc and the reason why our girl Kenya chose him and married him. Like I said, we all have a good side, but don't just make a blanket statement that he's a great guy. Not Kenya is a great wife, a great mother, a great this, but Marc Daly is a great guy. Kenya is a tough cookie to crack, and they're not together because they're not meant to be together. Wow, what a friend. Now, someone left a comment. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but just in summary, they said they don't like the comments that Kenya was making about Ramona needing to wear diapers and all of that, right? And that, oh, when Eva said things about Kenya's age and Drew said things, we were not happy. So I'm just thinking, okay, Kenya just randomly out of nowhere came for Ramona and said those things. Just to go back and watch the episode to see what I missed. And Ramona literally peed on herself during the game. So Kenya made a joke that where is Lisa Rinna with her Depends? Okay, now we're going to see other things were repeated. But it wasn't just random. The difference between Kenya and other people is when people just randomly attack people and come for people. But when someone responds and says something in the moment where something is happening, then I don't see that as the person being terrible. It's just, it was fun shade. She peed on herself, and Kenya made a comment about she needs the pants. She kept forgetting things, and then Kenya made a comment, but it's in the moment. It wasn't just, hi Kenya, nice to meet you, I'm Ramona. Does she wear diapers? Then I will understand. Ouch. Then Kenya, all she said was hi. Why you had to go there and be so low? I will understand in that aspect, but if you are a grown woman peeing on yourself, then I can understand how the fun shade came in there. I'm not making excuses for Kenya or anyone. I'm just saying I understand. But I also just made an example. Had Ramona just met Kenya and nothing happened and Kenya just went in on her, Kenya would have absolutely 100% been wrong. The same way how I said, unless Bravo producers or whoever that's producing this show cut out something we didn't see, that Kenya was wrong when she said Cynthia Bailey came in with a camera, because from what we saw, she didn't know. You know, everyone came down. They had a great time. Melissa games were cool, laughing, drinking. Kenya making that joke when she spilled, when she spilled her drink, saying, my mouth done, da 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 da. Listen, she was just joking around, kidding. I love that. Of course, Luann is still flirting with this man, and he's loving it. And, hey, kudos to his wife. This man wants to be on camera so bad. I'm just saying, everyone is laughing. Even though he's participating, it's a kiki to everyone. Yes, I don't care how many reviews I'm saying it. I just know it will be a war in the tweets and people dragging Kenya if it was her openly flirting. Bravo even went as far as creating an entire segment of seduction of Luann and this married man speaking French. And everyone is laughing. Wow. Okay. They had a great time, and that's it. Now let's move on to episode 5. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. And here my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.